Have you ever been ghosted by a girl after texting her, even though the initial approach seemed quite solid? Don't worry, you're not alone. I've experienced it myself many times, and the students I'm coaching tell me about that exact scenario all the time. This is why these days I teach completely different strategies when it comes to follow-up than I've used to teach 3, 4, 5 years ago. So in this video, I'm gonna share a segment from one of my live workshops, breaking down exactly how to follow up with a girl in 2025, why I think texting is dead these days, and what to do instead. So this video is not just gonna be some template, copy-paste advice for your texting strategies. It's gonna give a deeper look in where women these days place their attention and how we can take advantage of that. So pay close attention, it might be the missing link for your seduction success. Let's jump into it.
Now we have her number or Instagram or Facebook or email address. How do we follow up? Different options. Texting, the classic, all right? I think texting is a myth, and texting maybe was good couple of years ago when there was no Instagram, no Facebook. It was exciting. I remember asking my dad for his credit card so I can buy like 100 SMS and text with girls when I was like 19. It was amazing. You got like, I have my Sony Ericsson and you see this symbol of a text message and it's cool. And you're like, oh my God, when is the next message gonna come? And then eventually, when I started cold approach, you get a girl's number and you're like, oh my God, you sent me a message. But that's gone. We live in a world where we have social media profiles, where we have Tinder profiles, where we have so many sources of communication that we didn't have 5, 10 years ago, that a message is kind of worthless now, if you think about it, right? Like if you got a letter in your post box 50 years ago, you were happy. If you get a letter now, you're like, oh, I gotta open it, I gotta read, kind of throw it out, deal with it. If you got an email at the beginning of the internet, it's like, holy shit, I can now send letters over the web. Cool. Back then, when you got an SMS, it was exciting. Now I get 4,000 WhatsApp messages a day. I'm not invested in it anymore, right? So it's about investment. Is she invested in you? So it's not about, are you good at texting, but is she invested in you? And then you don't need to be good at texting. How does she get invested into you? Well, ideally in the conversation at the first place. So that's the other issue. A lot of guys have very short conversations because they think about getting the number. But getting the number is not the goal. The goal is to connect. If you create a great connection, you can be really shitty at texting. I'm just sending like an emoji these days.
Just send an emoji.
It's
evil.
good. Yeah,
that
evil
purple
face.
one.
I'm just like, this is my number basically. Like smile emoji, peace emoji, sunshine emoji. And then she's invested enough to respond, and then the conversation goes, sending some memes maybe, some conversation, following up what we talked about. Next step, locking in a date. But really let social media do the work for you. Because with texting, like imagine every time needing to make up a new excuse to text her. Hey, so was your weekend fun? Hey, so how was time with your family? Hey, how is your horse?
Horse riding.
Horse riding, really?
Yeah.
Hey, I know you had a birthday party recently. Hope you didn't stay up too long. It's like every time you need to come up with some shit to start a conversation and give it context. It's annoying. Like who thinks they're bad at texting? Yeah, me too. I suck at texting. I don't give a fuck about texting. Some people do. Sure, if you're a poet and you love it, fun, great, you get some advantage. Girls love funny texting. But social media, much more powerful. Why? Because texting with context. So now I'm not making up a new message anymore. Now I see, oh, she cooked lasagna and she posted it on her Instagram. Seems like she's into cooking or she's proud that she created something. Maybe I just comment on it. How did you guess my favorite dish? Whatever, right? Or last time I tried cooking lasagna, it ended in a disaster, haha, right? Whatever. It's just, suddenly it has context. And she's only gonna post stuff that she cares about. Nobody's gonna post stuff that they don't care about. So what an amazing opportunity for you to react to what she cares about. Incredible. We're talking about Instagram stories, by the way. You can now do passive texting. So that's good. You're not investing so much anymore. As a man, we want that the woman invests a lot in us and we invest equally or a little less in her. All of us know if she texts a little bit and we text a lot, and we text a little bit, she texts a little bit and we text a lot again, she's probably gonna soon stop responding because we come off as needy and overinvested. We all know this and we all experienced it. We send a lot, she sends a little. The cool thing now is don't text her directly. We share about our day and she can watch the story. And not only her, but hundreds of women, all of them. Everyone we approached and we add on Instagram can watch our story. And they put a little bit investment by watching.
On that note, big announcement. After 5 years, I'm finally updating my best-selling product, the social media dating guide. I'm coming out with the second version of it. I'm completely redoing the whole thing and not doubling, not tripling, at least quadrupling the content in it. Everything I've learned over the last 10 years when it comes to dating, but more specifically when it comes to meeting girls on the street and converting them with your social media. Also, building social circles, accessing model circles, and so much more. All of that I'm packing into this course. It's not out yet, but you can register now for the pre-sale, which will give you a 50% discount. Just put in your email below and you'll be notified when the pre-sale starts. And with that, let's go back to the video.
You can put out recurring themes. So now you can create an archetype on Instagram. Now you can be the guy who's always posting about one of 4 or 5 things. You at the gym, you noticing cute dogs on the street, you coding, and you bouldering. Or you cooking, enjoying a sunset with your cigar, and taking cool photos of clouds. So it doesn't have to be fancy is what I'm saying. But it's recurring. It's like, it's that guy again. You know? It's like a marketing campaign. Red Bull always does this style. McDonald's always does this. Coca-Cola always has fun people at a party, right? You can be that marketing machine to other girls and they can respond to it. And the craziest thing is, you can check who watches your story. And you can get a feel for, this Sarah has been watching for 3 months. I approached her 4 months ago and since then she's watched all my stories. Maybe I should text her. Like now you can text her because you have context that she's obviously invested. She's a hot lead. In marketing terms.
Why wouldn't I text her before? Like, why after I approached her on the street, I wouldn't wait 3 or 4 months? Like,
sure. Oh no, of course. Yeah. To clarify, you approach her, you text her, but maybe she didn't respond, right? So of course we approach, we text, sure. But a lot of girls flake, and it sucks to get flaked on. It's one of the most frustrating things. We did everything right. Like we approached, we overcame our fear. And then we got the fucking contact and we did the text and then nothing. It's very frustrating. Sure, she doesn't respond, but she's still watching my stories. Interesting. Maybe she was just in a weird zone back then and we can now re-engage her. Or even better, she likes one of our posts, she likes one of our stories, then we definitely have permission to text. And of course, I'm talking in a mass, analytical thinking systems now. Cool. If you talk to one girl a day on average for 1 year and you close half of them, now you have 180 girls on your Instagram watching your stories, right? So you can just choose the ones that are engaged, and it's gonna be girls that you're attracted to because you chose them in the real world. It's not just some fucking Tinder match where you used some AI filter. You can get social proof for your followers.
One question about the close. Are you focusing on the number of close in the first step and then shift to social, or would you prefer closing on social?
The question was, do you do number close or do you social close? If I'm certain in the conversation on the street or wherever that I will see this girl again within 1 or 2 days, 1 or 2 or 3 days, I go for the number. Because I don't need to distract her with my Instagram. It's like I got it, right? But that's rare. Most of the time, and that's when a conversation is like 15 minutes, she asked me a bunch of questions, I suggest a date, she's like, yeah, that would be great. Then I'm like, cool, what's your WhatsApp? And then we chat, and then I move it forward in the WhatsApp, and I meet her, and that's it. Everything else I do Instagram. Because I have a good Instagram, and I can create investment through Instagram. Because the reason girls flake is she's not invested enough, right? Like, she wouldn't flake on Brad Pitt or whoever her Hollywood dream boy is, right? She wouldn't text him, sorry I'm busy, or sorry I have exams, or just not respond because she's so stressed about exams. She would make it work. Why? Because he sends stories in the form of Hollywood movies to her TV over 20 years. So she's very invested in Brad Pitt, right? Now, we're not Brad Pitt, but we can be a little bit Brad Pitt by sharing our story onto her phone through little clips. And if she's not invested enough in us yet to respond to our text, then what's the point of even texting her? Too much. We're just going to create a power dynamic in her favor. So that's when we use Instagram, the feed. It's like fashion again. We show ourselves as rugged or ninja or business guy, but on Instagram now, not just for our clothes. It's international, right? So you can stay in touch with friends over the world. And girls are fucking on Instagram between 1 and 4 hours a day. Check their screen time, it is what it is. And no, it's not only the shallow, wannabe Instagram model girls that are on Instagram. Every girl is on Instagram. That's the third way of following up, social event. So social events are great because sometimes, again, a girl is not invested enough in you to sit with you on a date one-on-one. I mean, it takes a lot of investment, right? She's a busy girl, she's attractive, she has a lot of dudes who wanna hang out with her. She needs to block out a whole evening to talk to you. You know, it's a lot to ask from a very attractive girl. Sure, if she's not that social or not that attractive, she will love to go on a date with a guy. But I'm talking about higher echelons. You need to give a little bit of better offer. Social event is a good offer because maybe she also gets content out of it. Maybe she gets to feel even more beautiful because there's other people. Maybe she makes connection. Maybe she gets to go to a place that she usually doesn't go to, right? It's more exciting. So examples of simple social events. Again, I'm not talking about going to the film festival in Cannes, it's happening right now. Park, sunset, and photos, nice. She can use it for her Instagram. Try out slacklining, cool. You know, it's like these two trees and the thingy. Maybe she's never done it before and it's a fun little challenge. Go to a gallery exhibition. She puts on a nice dress, she feels cultured, she gets to talk to the artist, cool. Open air cinema, ice skating, go-karting, just some ideas. And the good thing is, for you, you can bring her and your other friends, and you don't need to put all your attention onto her throughout the whole evening, which is again good for the whole investment principle. Because on a date, you have to talk to her the whole time, and it will be very obvious that you're very into her. Which, you know, I don't want to confuse you, it's good that she knows you're into her, but if she's not that invested in you yet, it's nice that there's some other people there that you can diffuse the attention with. Does that make sense? That was part 1 to 4, right? We talked about inner game, we talked about cold approach, we talked about your image, we talked about closing and follow-up. There's a million other parts in this, right? Because now we're going on dates, we need to escalate. Now we're having sex. How do we have sex? How do we have good sex? How do we fuck her really well? How do we blow her mind? How do we introduce maybe a second person, a third person into the sex? How do we have threesomes? How do we work on our style, fashion, relationships? Now we're in a relationship. What type of relationship? How do we break up? And so on. So that's, I think it's the last slide. It's kind of a joke, but also not. It's like, this journey never ends, okay? So I just covered, in a way, the first second of an hour, if you see it, of a relationship, and of our job as a man to work on this stuff. But all of this we have to also work on. And I think that's exciting. I mean, that's why I love my job, right? That's why I love being analytical about this stuff, because it never ends. There's always some new challenge, there's a new dynamic, there's a new movement coming up. We see it these days: masculinity, toxic masculinity, trans movement, divisiveness, passport bros, you know, people moving to Asia to find a wife. Polyamory, threesomes, no, now back to monogamous. Open sexuality, no, now everybody needs to be a virgin. So it's very interesting to deal with this stuff, and I want you guys to get excited about that. So see it a little bit as a research thing of like, you know, you're writing a research paper on your own masculinity and you're discovering the world through talking to women, through making female friends, through talking to them, through discovering. You're not the guy who just wants to get laid. You're gonna become a social integrated man. Okay?
So here you have it. It's not about having the perfect first text or what to do when she goes to, what should be a perfect second text to send, any of that stuff. It's creating the perfect setup from the beginning, setting the frame in a correct way, and most importantly, creating a dynamic where she is investing into you. If you're serious about your dating life and you need help, maybe with texting, maybe with setting up a proper social media presence, or even doing the initial approach to even getting numbers in the first place, you have the opportunity to book a free strategy call below. The link is in the description. And on these strategy calls, we really go deep into your unique situation, and we're gonna create a personalized dating plan exactly for you. Okay, so if you want to take that first small step, it's absolutely free. We're going to have availability for a few of those per week. Click below, and this can really take your dating life onto the next level. Other than that, if you want to watch more videos like this, you can click here. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.